Welcome everybody to CCBC Dundalk Lions men's basketball live here on YouTube. Tonight, the Lions take on Louisburg College. First time we're seeing them here. Quick recap. The Lions advanced to 4-1 in the season after defeating Hagerstown recently, 86-68, for their first conference win of the season. You can go back and watch that game right here on our YouTube channel. The Lions had a 3-point lead, 26-23, after the Hawks had just made both free throws down the other end with less than 8 minutes to go in the first half. Hussein Williams is fouled while shooting in the paint. Goes to the line and makes both. Lions go up by 5. The Hawks missed a 3, and Cam Albury went coast to coast with the left-handed lay, and then that put the Lions up by 7. The Hawks came charging back, missed a layup, and Albury finds C.J. Scott in the corner for 3. The Lions went up by 10. The Hawks missed another layup, resulting in a fast break, where Scott found Williams for an easy layup, and after recovering from being on the floor and out of bounds, Williams comes away with a steal and is fouled on the play, so he's at the line shooting. Hagerstown called a timeout before the shots just to gather himself, but it was just too late. Williams made both, gave the Lions a 15-point lead. They went up 37-23. The Hawks couldn't buy a bucket. Seemed like they couldn't find anything. Missing another layup, and the Lions stormed back where Scott found Williams for another 3. And if you guess it, the Hawks missed another layup, and you're right about this one. It was blocked by Emmanuel Okuwale. So again, the Lions 4-1 on the season. They're hosting Louisburg College tonight. Hussein Williams in the lineup tonight came off a monster game against Hagerstown. He put up 31 points while grabbing 8 rebounds in that contest and an assist and a steal. C.J. Scott also with 21 points. Led the Lions with 6 assists and 3 rebounds, and then Okuwale led the Lions in rebounds with 9 off the bench to go with a block and 4 points. I'm Jimmy Flame. I'm here tonight with Tim Tootin, the man, whom I've somehow managed to outdress tonight. You can't see it, but I'm calling it. He don't even have his mic going now, and he's already complaining. Absolutely. No, he looks fabulous. He looks great. I do got the a really, really nice suit on, though. How you doing, man? Oh, now he grabs the mic. How you doing, man? How you doing,
man?
Tim?
I'm doing good, Jimmy. How you doing, man? Just trying to...
You don't mind me calling you out like that, do you?
Oh, no, I don't mind. I don't mind. It's good.
It's all for entertainment purposes right here on YouTube TV tonight.
On the tube of you. That's right.
How you feeling about tonight's matchup against Louisburg College?
Hey, man.
I saw you taking your notes. You've got, you're well prepared as usual, and
I try to be, as prepared as I can.
Absolutely,
we got a contest tonight. Louisburg College team, Jimmy, that's 2-5. They just got their first win last game, so.
Yeah, we shall see. This is my first time seeing Louisburg in action.
Same.
So we shall. It's one of those we shall see. I love these kinds of games because you're going to learn. We're going to learn on the spot what they're made of.
Yeah, you're going to see what this team has got going on here. Head coach Brian Bagwell, team is 2-5, got their first win, as I said, last game. They're located in Louisburg, North Carolina. They're the Hurricanes.
Absolutely. Long drive as well.
Yeah, quite a bit of a drive, yeah, for sure. But I tell you, Jimmy, I did the game on Tuesday with Deacon. It was quite a show, man. First conference win.
Absolutely.
For Dundalk. It was really effort led by Hussein Williams and C.J. Scott. They led the scoring load. A couple of big rebounds by Okuwale. Had some nice flashy plays, but Hussein, man, I believe he put up 31.
31, yeah. They got 52 points between the two of them. I mean, those are just monster numbers. Yeah. Especially, I mean, this is JUCO. You don't really see numbers like that, like consistently, right?
Yeah.
So monster game from both of those guys. And then Okuwale, coming in with those 9 rebounds off the bench, certainly helped put him over the top.
Yeah, probably one of the biggest games we've seen from him thus far, and then getting our first look, the newcomer C.J. Scott really showed himself, man. It was really coming out party. He had a couple nice plays. One of the highlight plays I remember, right down here, made a nice spin move, laid it and got the and one, and very active in trying to slash and get to the paint. We didn't see a lot of that in the mixer, man. So it's really impressive to see that.
Yeah, it's good to have someone that can get inside like that because, Dundalk, they're set up for the jump shot.
Yeah.
And if their jump shots are off, they're going to have a bad night.
Yeah.
And that was going to be part of my, setup for tonight was talking about that. But now that they've got C.J. Scott who can drive, and you've seen him, you saw him do it in the last game. Maybe that opens up the game a little bit more, makes him a little bit less one-dimensional on the offensive side.
Yeah. And see, there's some other guys, some smaller pieces that make some impacts. Like I've seen Alex Obasi, man, he's hustling up and down the court. He's almost like a how can I say this? Like a Malachi Washington number 2. He's got some serious spring, very active around the paint, and he's got some serious spring, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love hearing about the wins as well. I've of course missed that game on what was it, Thursday?
Tuesday. They're all starting to blend together. They got a game today. Then
they're going to.
Yeah, the next game is going to be on Monday, which is 7 o'clock tip, I believe, 6 or 7. It's close to the Ravens game Monday night. Har Bowl, part 3.
So that's our local competition for Monday. Will be you're gonna have to choose between Dundalk Lions basketball or the Ravens.
Yeah,
I know. I'm choosing the Lions all day long.
Oh, all day, man.
Yeah.
All day, locked in.
I love me some Lamar. Don't get me wrong, but we got junior college basketball going. We're all over it. And speaking of which, you can be notified every time we go live here with a Lions broadcast. Whether it's baseball, basketball, or one of the other, many other things we broadcast here, make sure you hit the subscribe button right here on the channel. Doing so not only gets you in the loop, but you'll get a notification every time we go live so you won't miss any of the action. Tonight, Louisburg College, Dundalk Lions coming up in about 20 minutes. We're going through the opening ceremonies, so to speak. The teams have left the court to the locker rooms, and it appears Louisburg is coming back out. So we'll be back in about 15. So don't go anywhere. The chat's wide open if you want to get the chat going on right now. If you got questions for us, comments about this content, comments about the last game, anything related to the CCBC Dundalk Lions men's basketball, feel free, jump in, chime in. This is somewhat of an interactive broadcast as we do monitor the chat as we go along. Get your shout-outs in. We do shout-outs throughout the game, and then we also do them during halftime. For Tim Tootin, this is Jimmy Flame. We'll see you back in about 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome, everybody, to tonight's broadcast right here on YouTube. The CCBC men's Dundalk Lions host Louisburg College. Tonight's matchup, Lions coming off a big win last Tuesday, Hagerstown. They defeated them 86-68. Hussein Williams leading the way with 31 points, 8 rebounds, and an assist and a steal. How's it going, Tim Tootin?
How's it going, Mr. Flame?
I'm excited for tonight. I'm ready to go. Saturday night, college basketball.
Yeah, college football. Take a back seat.
That's
it's
right.
all about the Lions then tonight.
Right
the
now.
The hardwood.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
Keep in mind the chat is live. It is open. We monitor it throughout the game. We do shout-outs. Somewhat interactive, so if you want to give a shout-out to a player on the court, if you're a relative, family member, let us know. Also, let us know where you're watching from, and definitely don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time we go live right here
at the wonderful Lions Den. Might as well call it the Coliseum now with Gladiator 2 releasing yesterday.
That's right.
Just call it the Coliseum.
Wicked was also released as well. That's another movie on my radar.
Oh, yeah, that's that one. The Big Three also with Moana 2. That's also the big one.
Yes, absolutely.
Everybody's talking about that, you know. Maybe we'll see an appearance from Maximus Decimus Meridius, you know.
There you go.
We'll see.
Absolutely. We will be back in a few moments. This is Jimmy Flame for Tim Tootin.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Please remain on the call to directions announced by CCBC Dundalk staff and our law enforcement. In the interest of safety of the student athletes, officials, coaches, youth band, we ask you please remain on the protocol times of your meetings and team after the games. Please leave your parking lot or parking lot areas. Ladies and gentlemen, please be aware of CCBC's tobacco-free policy. We're telling them about tobacco products and designated tobacco receptacles. Our private vehicles outside the gates. Violence is subject to the citation on the rule of the games. We thank you for complying with the policy for raising CCBC. I have a place to live. The staff at CCBC Dundalk is here to assist with any concerns. If there is a resident matter, please seek the assistance of a member of the CCBC Dundalk staff. Ladies and gentlemen, here at CCBC Dundalk, we invite the spirit of sportsmanship as it is a sport to public and student.
Oh, thank you.
As it is a use of fame, the use of factor, and that's all spectators and many president and cheering to their students. As long as CCBC Dundalk, like to thank you in advance for your cooperation.
Yeah, right.
You know, we like to teach you, for the sled to jump off the cage.
Yeah, my mom hated when they discovered wrestling because.
No! Broken mattresses, tables, walls busted in.
Exactly.
You know, the trampoline, I bet.
Oh yeah. It was bad.
Yeah, I see like one brother was like spitting in it. He's got the same spot.
Yeah.
He's got like the flat.
Yeah, you got the same spot. Good stuff.
And that was Lamont, Germany, with the announcements, with the overhead announcements. A couple minutes from tip-off, and we will be underway. The CCBC men's Dundalk Lions hosting Louisburg College. Louisburg College 2-5 on the season. This is the first time we're seeing them this year, so we're going to see what they're made of. We're going to see what they're all about in tonight's matchup. Looks like the Lions are running with a full active roster tonight with Jace Barrett and Destin Bray, the aforementioned Hussein Williams, Xavier Barrow, C.J. Scott, Cam Albury, Malachi Washington, familiar face, Markel Thompson, Alex Obase, Emmanuel Akawale, Christopher Brown, Anthony McCall Jr., Dwayne Moore, and Amir Brown. On the overlay tonight, we got Henry bringing you the graphics on the screen, and Oscar is running the camera. So I wanted to give those cats a shout out before we get going.
Wonderfully funded operation. Great team behind us here.
Absolutely, and this is all coming to you live from beautiful Dundalk, Maryland. We're at the Den here on the campus of the CCBC Dundalk Lions campus. That was a little bit redundant, but I had to get it in there.
Oh, hey, you got to get all that you can in there.
The Lions CCBC Lions campus of Dundalk.
At least you're not like me last year where you kept calling them the Dundalk Owls, who were right across the street.
They're right across the street. That's the high school I went to.
No way. Really?
Yeah.
Perry Hall High School. Right
that's
here.
awesome.
Gators.
One of the reasons why I jumped on board here when the opportunity arose is because I went to high school across the street. I was like, I am definitely doing this job. I'm definitely taking this gig. I love it. It's kind of a return home, even though I don't live in Dundalk these days. But yeah, it's cool to. It's really, really cool to come back to the community and contribute in this way.
Oh, most definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, CCBC Dundalk, tonight's NCAA men's basketball contest between our visitors, the Louisburg Couples Hurricanes, and your CCBC Dundalk Lions. Let's get this thing started by introducing you to our starting lineups. We begin with the first five on the floor for the Louisburg College Hurricanes. At guard, the 6'1" sophomore from Central North Carolina, number 0, Malachi McClain. At guard, he's the 6'2" sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 1, Brandon Smith. At forward, the 6'8" freshman from North Carolina, number 11, Xander Booker. At guard, a 6'1" sophomore from North Carolina, number 15, Ronald Bridges. And rounding out the starting five for the Hurricane at forward, the 6'7" freshman, number 24, Leon Maya. The Hurricanes are coached by Ryan.
The starting line for Louisburg. Number 0, Malachi McLean. Number 1, Braden Smith. Number 11, Xander Booker. Ronald Bridges Jr., number 15. And Nehemiah McDonald, number 24. Those are your starting five for Louisburg. And the starting lineup for the Lions, your starting five. Number 4, Hussein Williams, coming off that big 31-point game. Number 11, C.J. Scott, put up some numbers in the last game as well.
At this time,
Number 5, Xavier Barrow. Malachi Washington, number 13, and Alex O. Bass. Those are the Dundalk Lions starting 5 for tonight, led by head coach Byron King. We'll be right back. We're ready to play some basketball.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time for some basketball in the den. How you doing, Jimmy?
I'm doing excellent. Saturday night basketball. Couldn't be more excited to be here with you this evening, Tim. This matchup, we're going to see what Louisburg's made of. We don't know a ton about them.
Mm-hmm.
They are coming in at 2-5.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time I've seen them here at the Den. Lions coming off a really huge win.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the old cliche, the old saying, like, you know, they want to start a streak.
Right. And, you know, you think about basketball, you know, basketball blue chips. You think of North Carolina, a lot of basketball royalty there with Duke, North Carolina, NC State, UNC Wilmington. Could be a good crop here. As Louisburg College wins the tip here, Tim Tuden and Jimmy Flame. And the Hurricanes start off with the basketball, number 15, Ronald Bridges. Swings it out to McDonald, drives left hand and gets the first 2 of the game.
Nice. Found a lane there and just kind of like floated on in. We'll see if Dundalk's going to give that one to him all night long.
2-0 start here. Xavier Barrow bringing it up, passes it over to C.J. Scott, who had a hot game last game on Tuesday. 21 strong points as he finds Washington. Misses the shot. Rebound, Obasi. Fighting for it. Tipped away.
Oh, wow.
Obasi gets it back. High up and scores. First 2 for the Lions. Booker has it. Hands it off to Bridges. Down in the paint. McDonald. Great defense there by Hussein Williams. Here come the Lions the other way. Scott is going to reset. Inbound pass. Pass in the corner. Obasi, Barrow. Back out to Hussein with 10 left on the shot clock. Guarded tightly by Smith. Washington. Shot clock down to 5. Scott drives left among a host of Hurricanes. And it looks like he's going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Louisburg is doing a pretty good job. It's early, but they're doing a good job already kind of keeping the Lions outside. That's kind of the game that the Lions want to play. However, there's bodies right in front of them. It's really hard to penetrate when you have that kind of tight defense pushing to the outside.
That's definitely a strong part of their DNA. Transition, getting in the paint, and trapping on defense. Scott is at the line shooting 2. Swish is the first. Shot is long in the second. Rebound by Bridges. McLean bringing it up. Malachi McLean, number 0. Hands it off to Smith. They swing it around the key. Turn there by Bridges. Guarded tightly by Obasi. McDonald is swinging it around the top to McLean. 10 on the shot clock. Guarded tightly. Nice bounce pass.
Wow.
And almost a strong finish there
Almost
by
just
Xander Booker.
just couldn't keep his hand on the ball. Nice play set. I was just getting ready to comment. Tick for tack. Dundalk's playing him tight on the outside as well. Except they found the hole and couldn't finish it. But he's at the line now to try and earn some points here.
I know about you, Jimmy. That was some Jason Kidd type vision there.
It was.
As Booker knocks down the first free throw. And that foul was on Malachi Washington. That's his first personal. First for the team. He's going to head to the benches. Okwali subs in, number 21. 1 for 2 on that trip. And Obasi with the rebound. Looks like C.J. Scott is grimacing a little bit there, Jimmy.
I just have to make one quick correction. It's Obase.
Obase?
Yeah, I got a
Obase.
finger wagging earlier about it.
Obase, okay.
It's Obase, yes.
Well, thank you for that correction. I mean, there's a guy that's same name, but he go by Obasi.
Exactly. That's kind of where I was coming from,
going.
too. Yeah.
Speaking of Obasi, has it here with 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Barrow. Okawale, yes.
Speaking of Jason Kidd, Okawale just waiting and waiting and waiting. Finally gets the opportunity, lays it up. Easy 2 points.
It's a 5-3 is the score. Almost turned over. McDonald misses a 3 from the corner. Barrow with the rebound.
Testing out that corner early.
Hussein drives, float, short. Late foul called there.
Yes, Hussein ended up on the floor over there, but pops right back up. That's always a good thing. And he's going to go to the line.
Shoot for 2 there. That foul was on Braden Smith. His first personal, second of the half here for the Hurricanes.
17:20 to go. It's early. Dundalk with an early 5-3 lead as Williams buries the first one.
And Cam Albury, number 12, subbing in for the Lions for C.J. Scott. Two for 2 at the line for Williams. And the lead is 7-3 here for the Lions up here on Louisburg College. And there's McLean, gets past Albury and gets the floater to fall.
He just kept it. Took a quick look, thought about passing it, but just, when you see it open up like that,
no resistance at all.
Absolutely, you got to take your shots.
Albury bring it up, a bounce pass, a little long, and it's going to be a turnover.
A for effort. Can't really score him on the execution because it was out of bounds.
Malachi McLean bringing it up here for the Hurricanes. So they swing it around. McLean fade away.
Wow.
Gets it to fall. So that's 4 quick points and a long pass almost stolen. Obase picks up that foot, has to give it up. Williams passes it over to Albury. Okawale was calling for it. Albury drives to his left, fades away. Shot is short. Okawale cleans the glass, does not get the fall. Albury, Obase, tipped. Barrow scores.
There you go.
Staten Island's finest gets his first 2 of the game to get it a 9-7 lead for the Lions.
I love the discipline on just how that entire thing unfolded. Everyone kept their position, stayed where they needed to stay. Loose ball happens, someone gets it, and then everyone knows where everyone's at. So they were able to kick it back outside, and then get in for the drive for 2 points.
I'd like to see a lot of activity around the glass. We're used to seeing Malachi Washington doing that. It's good to have a second man there. Okawale, a lot of active guys around the paint. Albury off the pick. Obase, Barrow, Staten Island.
There you go.
Splash. 5 quick points for Xavier Barrow.
Not quite from Staten Island, but it was deep enough. And there's another one.
A nice return.
On the other side, yeah.
McLean. He's got 7 of 10 points here for the Hurricanes. Barrow hands it off to Williams. Way out. Shot is long. Stolen by McLean. Pressure being applied by Albury and O'Base. They get past it. McDonald picks up his dribble, trapped, tipped away, stolen, Barrow, Albury. He's got numbers wide open. O'Base under the paint, right hand, yes indeed.
Absolutely. Stalled just long enough to get the defender off his feet. Easy lay-in.
14-10 is the lead for the Lions. You've got defense chance from the bench. McLean gets the shot to fall. He's got a smooth game. We're seeing that in this first half, Jimmy.
He really does. His shot just looks smooth. He has got that nice back roll going on. You know, it kind of helps it out a little bit when it hits the rim.
Barrow swings it over. O'Base drives, gets tipped. Going to stay here with Dundalk. We got a couple of substitutions. We got number 1, Jace Barrett, number 11, C.J. Scott subbing back in for Dundalk. And then we got number 23, Isaiah Littlejohn subbing in. And number 2, Michael Lawson for the Hurricanes. Scott has it. Nice flash pass. Hussein gets
Incredible
his first
pass.
field goal. Nice look there. Great execution.
Ever since you mentioned Jason Kidd earlier, I think they heard us down there. Like, yeah, let's keep doing more of that.
Quite a bit of dimes down there. As Bridges swings it out. Guarded by Scott. Shot is long. Rebound. Hawk. Hurricanes.
Wow.
And one for Isaiah Littlejohn, who I just mentioned just subbed into the game.
Byron King's not happy about something. He was just yelling cross court. Excellent effort, though. I mean, he really bodied up and put the power behind that one to get that ball in. So now we'll see Littlejohn at the line.
Foul shot is missed, does not convert. The and one tipped away. It's going to stay here with the Hurricanes. 16-13 lead. Dundalk here over Louisburg College. Clean will inbound it. Swings it over. Lawson drives, step back, turn the foul line. Shot is long, rebound. Littlejohn. They kick it out. Bridges, 3, splash.
Wow.
Great ball movement there by the Hurricanes as they tie it up at 16.
Yeah, very well executed as well. Oh.
And active on defense. Littlejohn behind the back. Bridges going to go to the line for 2. The Jason Kidd flare continues there behind the back, Jimmy.
Absolutely. It took me a second because I'm still like, we're seeing some really, really, really creative passes going. Yeah, it's behind the back, but it's like in the in the speed of the moment, just too smooth.
So Bridges head to the line here. First trip. Makes the first.
Now Louisburg with the lead. 17-16 with 13:20 to go here in the first half.
And gets the roll on that one. It's 5 points for the 6'4 sophomore. Ronald Bridges. Instead, Nyland. 3 ball. Xavier Barrow. That's his second 3 of the contest.
There you go. Starting to heat up.
Lead back. And there's a turnover. Williams. Barrow. Williams got stripped. It's going to stay here.
The speed of the Lions is starting to shine through here. Couple of steals early on.
It's the name of the game.
And not just that, not just the steals, but the swiftness in which they can turn it around and get back to the other end of the court.
We got a foul. Looks like an offensive foul on Malachi Washington, I believe. Off the inbounds. That's going to be his second personal.
Fourth team foul for the Lions.
McLean brings it up, passes it over to Bridges. Bridges guarded tightly by Lawson. Drives. And he runs right into C.J. Scott. Call that a blocking foul.
Mm.
And team foul number 5. So we're 2 away from the bonus here.
Don't forget, everybody watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Stay in the know and get notified every time the Dundalk Lions go live.
Glean. Run the offense. What a pass. Off the cut.
Wow.
And gets the roll. First 2 for Michael Lawson. 6-foot sophomore from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Lawson finding an opening, just slashing right through. Right place, right time.
Scott looking to return the favor. He gets stripped. Transition game. McLean. He's sizzling.
Wow.
Dare I say that's a Jimmy. He's Jimmy Flame. He's heating up. They need to simmer down, and that's why we have a timeout here.
They need to simmer down. That's too much,
down.
man. That is way too much.
And just like that, we got a full timeout as the lead has ballooned.
23-19. So Louisburg, we didn't know a whole lot about them coming into this, and they're starting to show us. I mean, they're a fast, well-disciplined team. They can clearly shoot from the outside.
Yeah.
I mean, even their misses look good. You know what I mean? And they can, they can get the ball inside. Very good court awareness. They haven't had any trouble with this floor too, which I'm obliged at least once a game to mention to people this is not a wood court.
I'm very surprised that is not. It's usually in the first 5 minutes there's some slippage or.
New team comes in, you see somebody slipping or stepping out of bounds because you got the the blue paint with the black line going around it. Black line is actually out of bounds, but to the periphery, if you're not used to it, you might be thinking blue. We just see it a lot. So they're definitely prepared for this game, despite being 2-5. It is early in the season.
Yeah,
records are deceiving right now. They always are. Junior, especially junior college, the records are very, very deceiving. Like any team's ready to play at any moment, and these guys, this group of young men have shown up to task. Like they're clearly here to play some basketball.
And here to resume play, looks like we have a substitution, number 14 for Dundalk, Marquell Thompson.
We'll see if the Lions can make some adjustments too, because they're letting too much get inside on them at this point.
Barrow up high and one. Xavier Barrow picking up the scoring load here for the Lions early. He's going to go to the line for the and one.
And I'm loving seeing this effort of them working the inside, working the paint, pressing the issue under the basket.
Pressing the issue, getting to the 10.
We didn't see that a whole lot last year. We're starting to see it a little bit this year. Earlier, with the mixer and some of the other games, we haven't seen a ton of that, but we're starting to see it come through, and that's a good sign. Especially
when you had shooters like Shakir Smith and Neverdon. They were very proficient from shooting that 3-ball from the parking lot.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And there's a rebound off the miss by Booker. Hands it. Little John off the bench continues to score.
He came in and said, "What?" Put it right in. I was waiting for that one.
You might maybe Little John Coliseum down there with the Clemson Tigers basketball that's named after him there.
Absolutely.
As Barrow misses, Thompson gets the 2.
Nice follow through.
Second chance. Points.
Marquell Thompson making his presence known.
25-24 is the lead for the Hurricanes. Shot is missed. Scott, long pass, tipped away, going to stay here with Dundalk.
And that's about all McDonald could do right there. Just swat the ball out of bounds, give everybody a chance to reset. Not throw in.
Not one of the clear passes. That ball had a lot of hang time on it. So
too much arc, yeah. When you got a fast break going, you gotta be more direct. Throw from the chest. That's what they used to teach us.
We got another offensive foul on the inbounds. That's going to be on Thompson. And the fouls are continuing to pile up here for the Lions.
Yeah, that's the 6th team foul. Somewhat uncharacteristic of the Lions.
There is Valon Rivers, number 10, subbing in. Handing it off here. Booker. Back to Rivers. Guarded by Scott. 10 on the shot clock. He's going to drive his left, bounce pass to Booker.
Booker just waiting. Lions are going to have to figure that one out.
Yeah.
They got to get a body down there to disrupt passes down the lane like that.
Barrow drives. Left hand. No. Rebound by McDonald. Rivers. Over to Booker, guarded by Williams. Rivers.
Oh,
Quick pass to his detriment there. Scott with the steal. Pressing the issue to his left. Picks it up, passes it to Obase. Over to Williams. Little ISO basketball, picks it up. Obase, guarded by McDonald. Drives, baseline. Pass, Barrow, 3.
Ooh.
Short, Thompson, rebound. Draws the foul. He's going to go for 2.
Thompson right there to smother up the rebound.
Kind of just flashed in there at the end there.
He was nowhere in the vicinity when that ball went up. Pump fake, and as a result, draws the foul. 27-24, Lions trail. Make that 27-25 with 9:46 to go in the first half. And we got some substitutions.
Got 4 coming in here for Louisburg. And Okawale making his return to the floor. Barrow will head to the bench. There's a little more size in the game here for Louisburg. And 2 of 2 on the trip for Thompson. As the deficit is down to 1 point here. 9:40 left here. On our Saturday night here, basketball at the Den. We got the Louisburg College against Dundalk.
Wow.
Easy cradle rocks it for Nehemiah McDonald. That's 4 points for him.
Made it look relatively effortless.
Scott looking to return the favor. Tipped away. That's going to be a blocking foul. It's going to be on Valon Rivers, number 10, for the Hurricanes.
Both teams with 6 fouls now, 16 fouls now. First foul for Rivers.
And 1 more foul for each team, and they'll be in the bonus. Thompson inbounds. Passes it to Scott. He's guarded by Rivers. Scott calling for the pick to clear out.
Oh.
And an Aaron pass. Looked like he was looking for Obase to stay in that corner and not flash at the paint jimmy.
Yeah, he didn't budge, to say the least. Yeah, it definitely looked like just a miscommunication there, a miscue. Obase perhaps supposed to head to that corner, but.
Lineberger, subbing in number 5, was trying to go for that shot. Got it knocked away, and he turns it over. Back to Dundalk. 8:55 left here, first half. Thompson to Williams, 3. Looked good, but it is short. And it's a foul. They're going to call that on Okawale. I think it's going to be over the back. That's going to be his second personal.
Yeah, looked pretty good despite Braden Smith having a hand right in his face.
I don't know if he was calling like it might have been a shove there. Nevertheless, that's going to be 7 fouls, team fouls, which means we're in the bonus here for Louisburg, 1-1. Got number 33, Vuk Velic, 6'10" freshman. Shows the sweet stroke, and he knocks down the front end.
In the chat, Gators basketball, AAO says, let's go Lions. Hope we get to see McCall today. Coach could be your spark off the bench. Beverly Gill, New York is in the building to cheer on number 5 and the Lions. What's up, Beverly? And Vashti back in the chat.
Second one is long.
Malachi, number 13, and Lions watching from Norfolk, Virginia in the house.
Albury drives, almost got tipped away. What a bounce pass to Williams for 2.
Kerry Rice watching from Whitsett, North Carolina. Shout out to our favorite big guy, Go Vuk. Love your American family. There you go.
He was just at the free throw line. Vuk for the Hurricanes. And here he is with the ball, and a nice dime. And McDonald's going to go to the line for 2.
Jameel Whittis in the chat says, let's go Hurricanes. Vicky Washington, North Carolina's in the building. Let's go Malachi. Benjamin Buttry just chimed in. Let's go Cam and the Lions. Keep them coming. We do monitor chat. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Get notified anytime the Dundalk Lions go live. Get your shout-outs in, too. Keep letting us know where you're watching from, all that good stuff. For the initiated, you already know we do halftime shout-outs. We'll do them periodically throughout the game as well. For the uninitiated, get them in. We love getting your shout-outs out there.
1 of 2 on the trip for McDonald, as Destin Bray, number 3, subs into the game, getting his first action of the contest. The deficit is 3 for Dundalk. Albury, left hand, floater is good. That's the second time we've seen him do that, Jim. He seems to favor that left hand. Why do you keep giving him that left side to drive?
Hey, let him give it. Let him do it. Let him give it up.
Rivers hands it off to Lineberger. Vuk sets the pick. Over to Smith. Back to Rivers. Shot clock down to 10. Rivers guarded by Barrow. He's got to go. 5 seconds. Drives. Vuk has it. 3, 2, 3 ball. Lineberger. No. McDonald rebound. Stripped. Picked up by the Lions. Coming the other way. Thompson stops. Kicks it to Bray. Over to Albury. Guarded tightly by Lineberger. Thompson. They swing it around the bend. Bray.
Travel? Nope.
Gets the ball. He's going to foul there. A lot of moving around the key there, Jimmy, trying to find an opening.
Preemptively spoke on that one.
And we got a technical foul.
Oh.
On Valon Rivers. It's a technical foul, my goodness.
Wow.
Guess he didn't agree with that call.
Nevertheless, it's going to be Destin Bray at the line. Oh, no, it's not. It's going to be Xavier Barrow at the line.
He's going to shoot 2 here. First one is good.
Ties it up 31-all with 7:05 to go in the first half.
Knocks down that second one. And with that foul, I think it's still a 1-and-1 situation, if I'm not mistaken, Jimmy.
I believe you are correct.
Let's see here. Oh, he's shooting 2.
I believe you're not correct. I believe now you're correct. Shooting 2.
Bray is short on the first.
Well, he's glad at this point that that's what he's getting because he missed the first one.
He's got a couple of substitutions. We got number 15, Bridges subbing in. Number 2, Michael Lawson back into the game for the Hurricanes. And gets the shooter's roll in that second one for Bray. 1 of 2. 33-31 lead here. 7 minutes left here. Pressure being applied here by the Lions. Lawson, long pass to McLean. He's been hot all first half.
Wow.
Misses on that one.
I think he tried to shoot it from North Carolina.
He checked that.
He was pretty far out.
Never done range.
Yeah.
Albury, guarded by Lawson, hands it off to O'Base. Barrow has it. Step back, gathers. Ooh.
Nice.
Sweet game for Xavier Barrow as he continues to lead the scoring charge here for the Lions. 4-point lead. Pressure defense almost stolen away, tipped away, and it's an offensive foul there, a little out of control.
Yeah, foul on Louisburg.
Oh, man. That's on.
Looked like Bray already had established himself, so.
Yeah, it's a little out of control. He's just right positioning there to draw that charge. Is a little bit of a lull in these last couple of possessions for Louisburg. Albury likes to go to his left. Hands off to Barrow, finds a lane. Right at the foul line. In and out. And a foul on Louisburg. And Barrow, he's going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Louisburg, they got 10 team fouls now. So Dundalk can really exploit this the last 6 minutes.
That happened pretty quickly. No matter, we're just talking about the bonus. And now they're in the double bonus.
So Dundalk will be shooting 2 throughout the rest of the first half. You know, that could play into the strategy as well. You know, do you start pressing inside to try and draw those fouls? You know, and why not if you're gonna get 2 every single time? And with that, both teams retreat to their benches for a 30-second timeout. It's 36-31. Lions with the lead. I'm pretty impressed with this Louisburg College team here early on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I stand by what I said earlier. You know, playing disciplined basketball. Good, good shot selections. They've struggled a little bit here in the last few minutes, but they're still managing to penetrate and find the man inside. And when they do have those opportunities outside, they look good.
Yeah, they seem to be a really nice connected team. Like you said, a lot of good passes in the paint, a lot of cutting guys, and applying the pressure on defense. And getting a little elbow grease dirty in the paint. They with some rebounds, and it's partly why they're down by 5 here.
Yeah, and the Lions,
a little bit of a lull as we saw with the fouls and the technical there.
Yeah, and the Lions, like they're a scrappy team. That's how that's how I've known them pretty much ever since I came on board here. Yeah. They've always kind of been a scrappy team, and Louisburg's kind of matching them.
Matching that energy.
They're matching that energy. Yeah, really fighting on the inside. Fighting over possession of the ball.
Trap being established here. Broken. Almost traveled there by McLean.
Oh. Miscommunication on this end. Much to the chagrin of Markel Thompson.
Unfortunate foul there for Thompson. 9th team foul here. As Lawson had the line here for the 1-and-1.
Dundalk on the verge as well.
They're 1 away from that double bonus here. Lawson gets it to fall.
That was Thompson's second foul.
Knocks down the second. 31-33 is the lead here for Dundalk here on a Saturday night here at the Lions Den. 4-1 Dundalk against 2-5.
Oh!
And Destin Bray got away with a travel.
He totally got away with that one.
As Lawson comes the other way, pop from the foul line. Ooh.
I think when it's that obvious, it's okay to comment on it, right?
Yeah.
It was pretty clear travel. We used to call him an up and down. You know what I mean? Like up and down.
I think we've all done that a few times in a rec league.
There you go.
As Thompson shows off the nice stroke, the lefty hits the 3-ball to push the lead back to 5. I didn't know he had that in his game. Pick the pocket. Barrel. Staten Island off the glass and good.
Just like that, they're up by 7 again. 4:50 to go in the first half.
And Bray,
42-35 Lions.
Bray gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar there. And that's going to put the Lions in the double bonus.
You know how when you get cookies these days, you can get the packaging that like kind of tapes itself back together?
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that when you talk about the cookie jar, because I'm like, I haven't seen a cookie jar in a while, like an actual one. And I think it's because of the way cookies are packaged these days.
Yeah, you have so many options. You got the crumble cookie.
Yep.
The good old-fashioned sugar cookies for Christmas.
Shout out to Burger Cookies.
Oh, man.
Yep.
I experienced mine back in my giant working days.
Oh, yeah.
What's a burger cookie?
It's
Had
a
it.
big old cookie.
Changed my life.
It's almost like a tasty cake, but better. You know what I mean?
Just chocolate covered around the cookie. Floater, barrel, yes, indeed, continues his scoring barrage here in the first half.
You might want to trademark that move.
The floater, teardrop, however you want to call it.
He does it from so far away, though. Most people are a little bit closer. He's starting his move from the free throw line, and he's in the air. He's airborne.
Lawson, guarded, shot is long, rebound Bridges, and one. Getting two in the paint the hard way. Got that through Thompson and Obase. Great angle at the bucket there.
Yeah, Louisburg showing us that. I mean, they're really good down below. Really good. It doesn't matter. You know, put one defender on them, two. It doesn't matter.
Bridges looking to complete the three-point play, and does. He is 3 of 3 from the line here in the first half with 8 points. 4 minutes left here, opening frame. Dundalk up on Louisburg by 5. Albury guarded tightly as McLean reaches in for his first personal. And Albury's going to head to the charity stripe.
Yeah, took a shot there, took his chance there for a steal, but just didn't get the ball.
First one is long for Albury. I'm now seeing he's shooting with his right hand, but he seems to be more comfortable dribbling going up with that left hand.
Left, yeah.
There's a moment there as Voop was tying his shoe, number 33 for Louisburg. Albury. Unlucky. 0-2 on the trip. Lawson goes by Albury. Pass tipped. Fortunate. Littlejohn. No. And last off of the Littlejohn, it's going to go to Dundalk. Thompson inbounds it to Albury. Tight full court defense here by Malachi McLean. Over to Barrow. Back to Albury. They're set here in a little bit of a zone. 10 on the shot clock. Barrow to his left base. Anthony McCall's shot is long. Albury,
3 seconds.
Right place. Barrow misses the three. Obase with the rebound. Albury. McCall gets first two of the game.
Lions stick to it. You know, the offense sticking to it, like everyone taking up their position and just not budging, and it paid off.
There's that spark off the bench for McCall's. It's tipped away. Thompson with a steal. Guarded tightly by Littlejohn on Barrow. Hands it to Obase. Back to Barrow. Three. Splash!
There you go.
Staten Island stand up. Double-digit lead here for the Lions. Goodness.
49-39 coming up.
There's the pass. Vuk gets it off the tip. Gets his first field goal of the game.
Getting close to the 2-minute mark.
2-minute warning, if you will.
We can call it that, right?
Acceptable.
That's just a saying. It's not anything real. Oh, there you go.
Nice drive to the lane and gets the two. Smooth left to right there by Albury.
Absolutely. And again, I've said it a few times. I'm loving seeing that the Lions are not afraid to press the issue inside.
Vuk tried to get the rebound. Knocked away there by Barrow, and they have it on the other end. Almost stolen. Barrow, three again.
Get out.
Oh. Just short. McLean coming the other way, and a little bump there. It's on McCall. That's his first personal.
That on Anthony McCall Jr.
So there's the second trip to the line for McLean. 1 of 2. Really been the leading scorer here. Getting the ball rolling. The eye of the hurricane, if you will, for this team.
There you go.
This is his first. He's looking to get 1 of 2 here and does just that. 9-point lead. 1:30 left here, first half. Dundalk is up on Louisburg. 51-42. Albury. Lane is open. Stops and pops. Misses. Rebound by McLean. 2 and 2. He drives. Tries to pass it to Vuk. It's tipped away. Oh, base. Albury. Right hand. Yes, sir.
2 more.
Easy transition buckets for the Lions.
Yeah, back to the steal. It just seemed like Vuk was not ready or wasn't expecting that pass.
And that shot might have been partially blocked by McCall. Littlejohn tried to put it back up. Was not in his favor as we were down to 45 seconds left. Albury's going to take a rest, drain some time off the clock, set up the offense. Guarded by Littlejohn, gets his pocket picked by Littlejohn.
Absolutely pocket picked.
And McLean lays it in.
Clock still runs.
Deficit down to 9 here. 25 seconds. Looks like there's about a 1 second difference between game clock and shot clock. So if they want to, Dundalk can get the last shot here. As Barrel will ISO, guarded by Ronald Bridges. Drives to his left.
Wow.
Almost picked. It was picked off by McLean. 4, 3, stop, pop 3. Yes, indeed. And what a capper for the Hurricanes of Louisburg. McLean ends the half just as he started this half.
Just when you thought Dundalk was going to go into the locker room with all the momentum, he comes back with a big steal, pops a three-pointer right there at the end to get them within 6 points. It's 53-47. Lions lead Louisburg College, our first time seeing them. And I'm really impressed with Louisburg. I mean, they're fast, scrappy. Their style of play is looking similar to the Lions.
Very, very scrappy, man. They and like we said, they are not playing like a 2-5 team.
No, absolutely not.
A lot of good chemistry between these guys. You got McLean, you've got Booker, you've got even Littlejohn, who's brought some valuable energy and minutes off the bench. And Nehemiah McDonald's had a couple of plays as well. And then looking at Dundalk, it seems like every night there's somebody leading the scoring charge. And tonight it's Mr. Xavier Barrow, well over double digits here. Yeah,
for the Lions, it always seems like someone else stepping up, as you pointed out today. It happens to be Xavier Barrow. We'll see what happens in the second half, of course. Mm-hmm. First half, I'm loving that the Lions are pushing. They're pressing the issue down below. They're driving to the paint. They're taking shots in the paint. Yeah. A lot of times, like in the past, you've seen them get to the paint and then kick it outside for someone to take a jump shot. And it's funny because my whole prepared thing today when I came in was like I was going to talk about the outside shooting of Dundalk and how they really execute well in that. And then if they could do it tonight, that they would likely have a good night. Well, they're doing almost the opposite. I mean, they're driving to the paint. Yeah. They're not afraid to play some good hard-nosed basketball down below. Mm-hmm. They're not afraid to take the shots. They're not afraid to put the body in the way. Yeah. What they need to do is they got to figure out the defense on the other end. Yeah. They're giving away too many. I don't really like to use the word easy ever because basketball is just not easy. It's not easy. Yeah. But from our point of view, when we're watching, some of these shots look like they're way too easy. There's no bodies in the way. There's
not a lot of resistance as they're going to the paint. Just allowing a lot of these easy passes, and to get these dimes and rebounds. And that's another thing, like coming into this game, I've seen you got these guys at the paint, the energy guys. You've got Washington, you've got Obase, you've got McCall, and they're just really matching their energy with their guys on the boards there for Louisburg.
Absolutely. Well, we got a good one here in Dundalk. If you're in the area, come on down to the Den. There's still seating available here. Come on into the Den, see some live basketball. But don't change that dial. Don't leave YouTube.
Do not.
Don't leave YouTube. Stay with us. We're going to have halftime shout-outs coming up here shortly, probably in about 10 minutes or so. So get your shout-outs in. Let us know where you're watching from, the whole thing. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Anything else, Tim?
No, I think that's about it.
We're good to go. All right, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. I'm Jimmy Flame for Tim Tootin. Do not go anywhere. Second half of tonight's basketball matchup live here from Dundalk, Maryland, about to start. The Dundalk Lions hosting the Louisburg College Hurricanes. Lions with a 53-47 lead. Going into the half. Let's jump into our YouTube chat, see if we've got any shout-outs. Let's go. Jamil, let's go Hurricanes. I think I mentioned that one earlier, but nevertheless, let's go Hurricanes. We got a let's get it from Justin Nazen. Andrew Molina, what's up? Andrew is in there. Yeah, Quill.
Yeah, and Andrew Molina last year played for the Lions.
We ran into Xavier Barrow's father in the hallway, so that was cool to meet him, meet family members. He was talking about how he loves the stream because his family can watch Xavier play from wherever they're at in the world, which is one of the reasons why we bring this to you every time the Lions go live. And Dundalk with the ball here early on. Take it away, Tim.
Yes, sir. 6-point lead. Williams with a big three right out of the gate here in the second half. First three ball.
Lions wasted no time to put some points on the board.
Bridges hands it off to McLean. And there's a pass. Bridges tried to shoot it. Missed the back of the rim and there on a semi-alley-oop. Scott coming the other way. Barrow drives to his left. Nice pass. Tight corners.
Wow.
Washington gets his first two of the game. Lead is 11.
You love seeing Washington get inside like that because that's really his game, and you haven't seen it a lot, but that was really cool to see him right there. So if you can,
Staten Island's finest on the other end. Xavier Barrow off a delicious dime from C.J. Scott there.
Dare I say the Lions are on fire here right away. We got a whistle stoppage.
Is it a timeout possibly? Yep, timeout.
Timeout right away. So Louisburg's having none of it. They came out and they started to get steamrolled a little bit. So perhaps wisely decided to call a timeout here, slow it down a little bit. Probably slow down the Lions and just regroup and refocus and just reestablish what was said in the locker room.
Coming real strong out of the gate there. Here in the second half. Xavier Barrow continuing the scoring charge. Hussein Williams getting in on the scoring here.
Back in the chat. Let's go Coach Eric Pitts. Andrew Molina. All over it. Carissa Lawton. Let's go Lions. A. McCall, Mom, Carissa watching from Dallas, Texas. Watching from Dallas, Texas. That's cool. Thanks for letting us know that. Coach Smack, wish I could be there. I just got my kidney transplant. Go Lions. Awesome. Thank you for that information, Lynn Smack.
McLean. Shot clock down to 10, guarded by Obase. Booker. Spin. Turn. Shot is short. Rebound by Hussein Williams. Lions coming the other way. Barrow. Floater.
Wow.
Just a little short. Obase. Right place, right time, and finishes strong. Alex Obase with 6 strong points. Great factor in the paint, Jimmy.
Especially right there.
Defensive chance coming loudly from the Lions bench. Booker looking to stem the tide. No. Rebound by Scott.
Louisburg looking just a little bit flat coming out here.
Oh, nice
in the
spin.
Second half.
Scott tipped away. Active hands there by Smith. And they turn it over the other way. Like you said, they're a little bit flat here.
Just a little bit. This is not the same team right now that we saw in the first half. There's a lot of time. There's 17:44 to go. The Lions lead 62-47. Don't sound the alarms yet, but it's this is definitely not the same team we saw in the first half.
Williams hands it off to Barrow. Hands it out to C.J. Scott. Gets by his man. Over to Barrow. Long pass.
There you go.
McDonald jumps the lane for the steal. McLean.
Oh.
Going to be goaltending action here. I think that's on Obase.
Pretty easy call to make there.
$17-10. 2 minutes gone by here in the second half. The Lions Den. Dundalk up here on Louisburg. 62-49. Scott over to Williams. Barrow. Float. Short, but he draws the foul. Use that float game to his advantage to draw the foul. I think that's on number 11, Xander Booker.
Yeah, Williams setting up on the outside. Actually, everyone was kind of setting up on the outside. Little pump fake action there, and Louisburg fell for it. So he drove forward. Missed the floater, though. He's at the line. It's 62-49, looking to extend that lead with 16:57 to go.
That being the third personal on Booker, as Barrow uncharacteristically misses his free throw here. He's 5 of 6 tonight. Knocks down the second. McLean bringing it up here. Over to Bridges. Left-hand drive on Obasi and scores. Too easy for Bridges. 6-3-51. Dangerous pass.
Too dangerous. Got to get that down.
Barrow, float game.
There you go.
On lock.
He does it from the middle. He does it from the free throw line, and now he's doing it baseline.
And Washington gets the steal here. Barrow, long pass. Williams, 3-ball. Little, long. Obase in the right place. Williams, Scott, flush! Two-hand! Flush, my goodness. C.J. Scott.
And that's what we expect out of C.J. Scott, being right there, being inside, using the body, and just flushing it.
There's the miss there. McLean, shot is long. Rebound by Scott. Behind the back. Swings it over. Barrow, Williams, three-pointer. Set it. Cash it in. Hussein Williams. The lead has ballooned to 19, Jimmy.
We see this a lot out of the Lions. They get these huge leads. I don't want to, I try not to say too much about it just because in the future, or in the past.
And McLean answers back here with a three of his own, trying to stem the tide.
Yeah, in the past we've seen
spin move, Barrow, Washington, yes. This transition game is quite filthy for the Lions, Jimmy.
Washington starting to really make his presence known down below.
McDonald takes his hand to the three. Long,
off the cord.
Hits the top of the cord. It's going to the lines as we got a mass substitution here for Louisburg. We've got Vuk, number 33. Little John in the game, number 23, and number 2, Michael Lawson.
Yeah, the entire contraption here, the backboard and the rim and everything. It's one of those ones that come down from the ceiling. It's not clearly you can see on camera that it's not attached to the floor, but there's that cord that kind of hangs down that holds it in helps hold it in place, and that's what the out of bounds was all about. The ball hits that, it's out of bounds.
And another dangerous pass, Little John, right place. Ooh, what a smooth layup.
Very smooth.
Isaiah Littlejohn, the 6'6" freshman guard. He's got 6, bringing the active minutes for the Hurricanes. Barrow, short on the 3. Rebound by McLean, tipped away by Barrow. And it's last touch by Barrow, so it's going to go back to the Hurricanes.
Too bad he didn't see Williams, who was all by himself right under the rim. If he could have fired that off instead of taking that 3 right down, that would have been an easy 2.
Albury subbing in number 12 for the Lions for Obase. McLean drives left. Nice active hands by Hussein behind the back, but turns it over. Bridges. Oh, nice up and under move to get past.
Wow.
Washington.
Talk about a touch. It's kind of like a thumb roll. You have the finger roll, now you got the thumb roll.
Quick move with the shoulders
exactly.
there. Smooth. And looks like Scott lost it, got knocked away, out of bounds, and just going back to the Hurricanes. And coming in for the Lions is Marquell Thompson. subbing in for Scott.
Contrasting the first half, there's only one team foul between both of them, and that's on Louisburg so far in the first, 7 minutes of the second half.
It's been an up and down second half as Bridges takes it strong. He draws that foul on Hussein Williams.
And, of course, right when I say something, they blow a whistle.
Fitting.
It is. Well, it's a live broadcast, so if you're not afraid to kind of like trip over your own feet once in a while.
Wow.
We
all have.
Exactly.
And that's the third personal foul there on Williams as Bridges misses the first one. That's his first miss of the night from the free throw line. Now currently 3 of 4.
Vernon Roundtree in the chat says, "Go Lions. Sorry we couldn't make it tonight, but we're watching from Lynchburg, Virginia. Love you, number 4. That's okay, Vernon. We're here. We're bringing the game to you live here on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Albury gets past the traffic, misses the jump shot, and a nasty collision there. That's between Washington and
that's good. He's right back
Lawson.
up.
They hit the deck hard there.
Yeah, they did. 73-58, 13:29 to go. Lions with a pretty big lead here. 15 points to be exact.
It's the inbound there from Bridges to McLean. McLean looking to press the issue here against Albury.
And that foul was on Malachi Washington. That's his third of the evening.
Nice job by Thompson. Cut right in that pass lane for the steal. He has it here. Heads to the barrel. Thompson.
Nice.
A little bit of an awkward shot there. Maybe a distraction there by Vuk with his size. Rebound here for the Hurricanes. Bridges. Over to McLean. Nice cutting pass. A cut there by Littlejohn. He gets 2.
Cuts the lead to 13, 73-60 Lions.
And Coach King is going to call a timeout here with 12:46 left here in the second half. Hurricanes trying to trim down into that lead.
Yeah, they fell pretty quick. They came out real slow. They were pretty cold, little flat-footed coming out of the locker room, but looks like they're starting to come around a little bit. Lions, though, they just kept the pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
From the it's funny because with that 3-point shot at the end, you thought a little momentum would be taken away. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't have known the way they came out and started balling right away.
They're such a fun team to watch, Jimmy, when they really start pressing the issue on defense, applying that press, as we saw a couple times here. Thompson getting that pass lane, finding the man for 3 or a slam, and before you know it, the lead just balloons.
Absolutely, and that's who they are.
That's been their DNA. Yeah,
that's been who they were or who they are for a long time. Go out to these big leads. Now this year they're learning how to close these out.
Yeah,
like last year, they go up by 20 or whatever, and it's just like that wasn't safe. You know what I mean? Like that was not safe. They figured out a lot of ways to let the other team score last year. This year they're doing a much better job closing out these games. They're 4-1. Yeah, it's early in the season, and it's 4-1 is not indicative of how the season's going to go.
Yeah.
But they're looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job of being able to, if there's a lull in the game, to stem that tide and protect that lead. As Williams inbounds it here to Albury. Guarded tightly by McLean. Pick set by Thompson for Hussein. Pump fake. High riser. Shot off the back of the rim. Rebound by Bridges.
And Louisburg, like their defense, much to their credit, they're still pressing. They're still playing really good defense. It's just the Lions are getting hot, and they're getting the ball. They're getting more shots to fall.
There's a reach-in foul there on Albury. I believe that's his first personal. Team's third of the half. As we got Lawson, number 2, subbing in, and number 11, Xander Booker subbing in for Louisburg, and then Okawale, number 21, subbing in for the Lions for Washington. McLean will inbound it. Long pass almost tipped away by Albury.
Nice defense. Keeping his hands up, just exactly how you're shown to do it.
Nice turnover shot there by Lawson. He hits the back of the rim.
Oh.
And dangerous pass, lazy pass there by Thompson. Might have had something there with Barrow on the fast break. It's going to go back to the Hurricanes.
It looked like Barrow was timing it to come in a lot hotter than that. It's just kind of like, what happens, like when the ball comes, it's not as fast as you think it is. And it's like you kind of get like that 4D vision going. And it's like you just don't know where it's at. That's exactly what happened.
Like when you miss time, you jump on a rebound. It's just like,
SWAT.
Booker over to Littlejohn. Oh, in and out. Lawson misses on the second chance. And Okawale is there with McDonald for the jump ball. Possession arrow is going to stay here with Louisburg. McLean will inbound it.
Once again, Lamont, Germany with the overhead announcement. It's always awesome having him in the building.
Morgan State's finest.
Absolutely.
On the airwaves and radio waves. As Obey subs into the game for Thompson. McLean, dangerous pass. McDonald able to draw the foul. He's going to go to the line.
Yeah, awkward shot, but he was able to draw the foul. That was, it appears to me that was his intention going in the whole time to draw the foul.
It was good body control. Looked like he almost
absolutely
lost that there.
Yeah.
That's the first foul on Alex Obase. Swish here for McDonald.
They've crept back to make it a 10-point game, trying to put it back to single digits here with this free throw. And he doesn't.
Misses there, tipped, staying here with Louisburg.
So they'll have another opportunity off of that tip out of bounds to get it to within single digits. And that's how you got to piecemeal a comeback. You got first you got to get to single digits.
And another quick foul. That's on Obase.
Wow.
2 quick ones for him.
Yeah, and just like that, the Lions have 5 team fouls. It feels like just a minute ago I was talking about how it's been a super clean second half, and with 1 team foul at the time, and the Lions have put up 5 straight team fouls ever since.
And that was McLean on the inbound trying to find McDonald on the alley-oop. Was denied by Okawale. McDonald up and under. No. Booker gets the right position for the rebound and draws the foul.
So Haley Williams in the chat says, "Let's go, Hussein." There you go. Keep them coming.
First personal on Okawale. Third. Booker knocks down the first one. Swish is the second.
Now the lead's just 8.
Continuing to creep down to a 4 possession game, down 8 points. Albury swings it over to Williams. Tipped away and stolen.
Wow.
Littlejohn, finish it. And he misses the slam. Oh, my.
Wow, you never want to feel that.
Utter silence.
It's just utter silence.
As Barrow takes advantage and knocks 2 on the other end.
Let's just forget about that one, right?
Yeah. It was crickets here. Obase active hands. Stole it there, but his foot was on the line.
74-64, Lions lead Louisburg College with 11:09 to go in this one.
Inbounding the ball for Louisburg is number 10, Valon Rivers, subbing into the game. Booker has it at the right wing. Bounce pass, give and go,
Wow.
and a nice finish.
Beautiful give and go.
Beautiful basketball there. Just how you draw it up, Jimmy.
Exactly. Well, hey, you just love, regardless of who's doing it, you love seeing plays like that.
Such a work of art.
Absolutely.
Scott swings it to Barrow, trying to break this 2-3 zone applied by the Hurricanes. Barrow is along on the three from the corner. Rebound, Littlejohn. And long pass. McDonald, Euro pro step.
Wow.
Drops in the bucket just like NBA Live 2005, folks.
Exactly. It does look. It was
Hit
very.
that triangle button. Oh, man, it was a beauty.
Yeah.
And another teardrop. Xavier Barrow.
Speaking of NBA Live 2005.
Stolen away by Obase. But back to the Hurricanes. 3 ball. Coming up empty is McDonald. Here is Williams. Over to Barrow. Drives the baseline. Gets the foul there on the bump by Nehemiah McDonald.
Next, I want to see NBA Live 1995. You just ran to the corner, and if you jumped like out towards the crowd and then released the ball at the top point, you'd hit a 3 every time.
God, that was classic. NBA Live, classic, man. I remember playing NBA Live 98 on the PlayStation. Tim Hardaway on the front.
I was gonna say, wasn't that the one where they made David Robinson like unstoppable?
Yeah.
There was one. It was either 1995 or 1998 that David Robinson was just like unstoppable.
Well, you have to think of that time. You had the Robinson and Tim Duncan.
Mm-hmm. Talk about it, yeah.
You had Mr. Fundamental. As C.J. Scott shows his fundamentals and gets to the bucket for 2 here.
The Admiral.
And Tim Duncan, Mr. Fundamental from the Virgin Islands, who I did not know till I got older.
Right.
Wow.
I remember he played at Wake Forest.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And, back then, ACC regional basketball,
And all the rage, ACC. Nice block by Thompson. Erases the shot by Lineberger. Williams. Lane is open and kisses it ever so nicely off the square for 2. Lead is up to 12 here, Jimmy, with 9 minutes left in the game. And another timeout here by Louisburg head coach Brian Bagwell. He's going to talk it over with the fellas here.
Yeah, they've got to regroup, figure out something. Coming alive a little bit, but they cannot seem to get past that hump of getting back in this. They're down by 12, 80-68. Lions have just kept the pedal to the metal, ever since coming out of the locker room. Still feeding the ball inside, not kicking it out and doing all that stuff, like taking the good shots like when they're right in front of them.
Yeah. And they seem to have an answer every time Louisburg has come down and got a bucket. They've answered right back, with an Xavier Barrow floater here.
Exactly. And in a game of attrition, as basketball
Normally
is by natural,
yeah.
or natural, nature is by nature.
Yes.
I'm confused at everything. As it is naturally, throwing a British accent, naturally, as it is. Yeah. So to be able to come back and just answer buckets like that, that's how you keep a team at a distance.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they've done since coming out from the first half.
Yeah. It's going to be a real dogfight for these Hurricanes to try to get back into the game here. Still a lot of time, 9 minutes. They're going to have to string a couple of runs here and there to get back in it.
We shall see. Also, watch the Louisburg defense. They're starting to send 2 people up top. So they're in that zone up top.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see like a floating defender. Like everywhere the ball goes, they're just it's almost like having the spotter in football. You got the free safety that just kind of like goes everywhere. It's kind of like they're playing a defense like that right now. We'll see if that works out for them.
Rivers guarded tightly by Barrow. Jay Sparrett in the game denied here from McDonald. And they're going to call that foul on Jay Sparrett. Holding. It's his first personal, and with that 7th team foul, we are in the bonus here. 1-1 action here for Louisburg.
Don't forget the next home game's here on Monday. That's right, Monday night college basketball. Ravens are playing as well, but it's the Lions. You got to tune in right here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'll notify you as soon as we go live on Monday night.
Monday night basketball. Not Monday night football, folks.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah. Monday night B-ball.
And it should be an exciting match coming up against Howard Community College. They've been off to a hot start. Might be a force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely, yeah. Saw them last year. Always solid, really good team.
Right.
So yeah, that's going to be kind of a litmus test on Monday.
If I'm not mistaken, they made it to the Region 20 final. I believe they won it, if I remember correctly, right, Jimmy? Because they were the number 1 seed going into that tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they beat it was Catonsville, because Catonsville beat Dundalk and
Yep,
they played in the
Catonsville, yep.
semifinal, and they beat them and won the regional. So Rivers has it, inbounds it. Booker. Entry pass, Bridges, Rivers. Around the bend, tight defense there by Scott. Ricochets into the direction of Louisburg, and crazy turn of the ball there as Hurricanes go to the line for 2 there, Jimmy.
Yeah, Dundalk doing a little bit of the same down here on the defensive end, except sending a second defender below. It's almost like they're kind of letting them pass it around on the outside, but once you get inside, they're going to make it very, very hard, very difficult to make anything.
Iron being unkind to Nehemiah McDonald as he misses the first. And knocks down the second.
Now they're back to single digits again, 80-71, 8:22 to go. And here's where you can slow down just a little bit. Be a little bit more meticulous with your shot selection, with your play calling, like how you want to set people up. Because the Lions aren't really showing any glaring weaknesses right now. You're just going to have to play basketball right at this point.
Jace Barrett down to Thompson. Scott over to Albury. Nice moving around the key. Nice stroke there by Thompson, but circles around the 10 for the miss. And the ball goes out of bounds to Louisburg.
Dundalk keeping their defense back.
Bridges over to Rivers. Got a 1-3-1 zone action going on here for the Lions. Shot clock down to 15. Bridges in the corner. Long pass to McDonald. Is able to get into the paint and draw the foul on the Lions. Let's see who that foul is on. I think that's on Cam Albury.
Yeah, so Louisburg exploiting that 1-3-1 defense right away. Like that's one of the one of the tiny bits of kryptonite that can be divulged from running that kind of defense. You got the extra man in the middle. Mm-hmm. There's going to be more hands. There's going to be more skin contact. There's going to be more fouls.
Yeah,
and that's really how you combat it. So nice job by Louisburg picking up on that.
And McDonald knocks down the free throw.
Gabrielle in the chat says, "Go Xander." I'm assuming Xander Booker.
That is
Where
correct.
are you watching from, Gabriella? Let us know. Let us know in the chat.
Lead down to 7 for Dundalk here. Scott, foul line. Shot off the back of the rim. Rebound, Albury. Bounce to Scott.
Nice drive. Just couldn't finish it.
And tough collision. That might have been some friendly fire there. As Scott is down, grimacing in pain. Trainers are to come out on the floor. Both teams are going to retreat to their benches. And
he jumps right back up. It's always a good thing to see. It was Christopher Scott, or C.J. Scott, rather.
It's a positive sign there.
So Gabrielle is watching from California. That's the farthest distance yet.
West Coast vibes.
West Coast vibes, exactly. As far as we know, that's the farthest this broadcast has reached so far this evening.
Yes, that we are aware of.
But we can only know if you tell us.
So it looks like that foul was on McDonald. That's his 4th personal.
Yeah, Florida was another. That's pretty far away. North Carolina, as expected, given that Louisburg College made the trek up here from North Carolina.
And McDonald with 4 fouls. He's going to head to the bench. And Little John is in the game, taking his place. Scott swishes the second. 2 for 2 on the trip.
Referee says, nope, come on back. Hold on a second. So Obase is back in the game. And having a seat is C.J. Scott, the aforementioned C.J. Scott. Take a rest.
McLean around the perimeter. Bridges back to McLean. Fries, fires, shot is long. Oh, they're going to call over the back on Hussein.
Wow.
Hussein, a little push.
That's what they're calling it. Yeah, I'm just as flummoxed as you are, but needless to say, that's why they're the referees and we're the play-by-play people.
And with that,
I just didn't see it. That's why it took me a second to respond. I was like, wait, where? So, anywho, 82-73, Lions with the lead with 7:03 to go.
As Xander Booker misses the first free throw.
Lions at 10 team fouls now.
Wow.
They started off so peacefully. Like, they didn't record their first foul.
You put it out there
until,
in the
and I put it out there exactly.
Look what has happened.
They've gone, 10 fouls to Louisburg's 8.
But to your advantage there.
Or 3, rather.
Both of the free throws were missed, but they turn it over here on the other end. Bridges, Littlejohn, McLean.
That's what
splash.
Yeah, that's what Louisburg needs to start doing.
And now they're down only 6, Jimmy, with 6:40 left in the game. Trimming into that lead. Scott over to Obase. 2-3 zone here for the Hurricanes. Barrow from the right side. Shot is long. Last off the hands of Xander Booker. He's going to stay here with Dundalk.
82-76. Just like that. We've got another. We're going to go down to the. It appears we're going down to the wire again after a big lead.
It's giving off those vibes for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Albury kicks it over. Thompson goes with his left hand. Shot is a little long. Rebound by Booker.
Yeah, he looked a little off balance going up for that one as well.
McLean picks up his dribble. Hands it out to Braden Smith. Setting up the offense. Shot clock down to 10. Gets the pick by Littlejohn. Shot clock down to 5. Bridges. 4, 3. Step back. 3. Ooh!
Wow.
The Bridges are falling down in North Carolina. They are down 3. The Hurricanes. Big shot by Ronald Bridges. Barrow looking for Obase in the zone. Kick to Albury. Scott drives. Almost lost his footing there. But a foul on Isaiah Littlejohn.
Yeah, Littlejohn wanted to travel there, signaling to the to the referee that he traveled, but that's not the case.
Only the 4th team foul here in the second half for Louisburg.
Wow, 82-79. Hey, and just it's basketball, just like that. You know, a deficit can be erased.
Albury has it at the top of the key. Coming up to the high block is Obase. Albury turns it over. Bridges.
Wow.
Triangle button does not finish. Big rebound by Thompson. Scott. Albury. Bounce pass to Barrow and gets the big 2 points.
Nice stall there. That's what made that little stall at the very end. Seeing if someone was going to jump, and then he just had to go for it. He's right there.
Huge bucket there to stem this tide here by the Hurricanes. In and out. Rebound by Littlejohn. Is able to get the foul. Might have been a slap on the wrist there.
Looks like that's going to go against C.J. Scott. His 4th foul. No, that's going to go against Barrow. Xavier Barrow, and that's his first foul of the game.
And double bonus here. They're going to be 2 here at the line for Nehemiah McDonald.
84-79, Lions, 4:43 to go.
And the first one falls. Albury subbing out of the game. Hussein back onto the floor. Crucial free throw there. Down back to 3. Louisburg, Dundalk, 4:30 left. Lions holding on to a 3-point lead. Tight defense here by McDonald on Scott. Goes to his right, to the cup, does not finish the job. Obase does, though.
All night long, Obase has been there.
Loves to live around the rim, Jimmy.
Backing him up,
early.
exactly. Just backing him up, scooping him up. Another easy 2 points for Obase.
Littlejohn hands it off to Booker. Booker to Bridges. Picks up his dribble. McDonald for 3 is long. Bridges in the right spot.
Wow.
And 1. Ronald Bridges Jr. with the big 2 points. Trying to complete the and 1 at the line to bring it down to a 2-point game. Prime crunch time buckets there by Bridges.
Malachi Washington checks in. Obase checks out. Get some extra height below here, and doesn't matter because he made it.
86-84 is the score. Defensive chance by the Hurricane bench. 3:50 left. 1-3-1 zone for the Hurricanes. Scott to his right. Williams, 3. Shot is long off the back of the rim. Rebound Lawson. Over to Booker. Hands it off to Bridges. Thought about that 3 for a moment. Drives. Extra step. Offensive foul. And who else gives up his body? Malachi Washington, and we got a technical foul. I think it's on the head coach.
I was going to say,
of
you
Louisburg.
can't come on the court.
Oh,
I think
no.
you can't cross that line, and they're real firm about that rule. And I think that's exactly what he did. So we'll see some shots here. 86-84, Lions with the lead, 3:31 to go. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, get notified every time Dundalk Lions men's basketball goes on the air.
Hussein calmly next down the first. First shot of the technical.
M. Max says, watching from Charlotte, North Carolina. Woo! Nature Boy Land, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Knife edge chop spot. God.
There you go. I think we've seen a few chops on the court tonight.
Open hand.
Yep. Woo! I don't want to do a loud one because I got people standing right in front of me. And there's a baby over there. I don't want to scare the baby.
we want to scare our youngest of viewers.
Yeah, exactly.
So Hussein Williams knocks down both free throws. 4-point lead for Dundalk. Barrow swings it around the key. Scott, 3. Misses. He's short. The Hurricane players ran into each other, but they got the steal. McLean on Scott.
Wow.
Gets the 2. Big bucket there.
Put a little reverse spin on that to get it to land, or to get it to go. Sorry, I just couldn't get that one out because the ball it was spinning the opposite way of where he went, so it was just like kind of an optical illusion. Another technical foul.
So it's another technical foul on Louisburg. That's 3 technicals in one game. I don't think I've seen that many in one game, Jimmy.
I think that one's on Little John.
Oh, man.
At least according to the scoreboard. Yeah, I thought he said something else too, but we can try to get some clarification on that. But needless to say, Williams at the line.
Both of them knocked down by Hussein.
And then they'll shoot some more. Oh, no, nope, they're going to throw it in. My bad. Yeah, because they're sitting at 7. It wasn't a shooting foul.
Yeah, it was right after the bucket was scored.
Yeah,
there.
it was afterwards. And they're only sitting on 7 fouls. So, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Throw in. Lions with the ball.
2:55 left here in the game. 2-possession game. Thompson. Williams. Almost stolen away there by Bridges. He was jumping the passing lane off of the long overhead pass.
Had the timing right. Lions are lucky that was so high.
Otherwise,
Even if he doesn't get his hands on it, it might end up in the stands anyway.
They might have had numbers on the transition game. Shot clock down to 5. Another dangerous pass stolen away. Lawson, left hand, misses. Great contest by Washington. Scott, the other way, lays it in. Yes, and 1. C.J. Scott gets the big bucket over Bridges.
Lawson never made it back on defense either. He's still down the other side of the court, kind of walking it off, but he appears to be okay.
There's a big contest there by Washington.
Yeah.
A lot of contact, a lot of body English on that one.
Yeah, this matchup definitely living up to the scrappy nature that we talked about earlier. Yeah, both teams still grinding it out. 92-86 with 2:28 to go. Louisburg showing up in Dundalk to, they've really, they're showing us who they are.
Three-point play completed by C.J. Scott. The lead is now 7 with 2:28. Louisburg searching for win number 3 against this pesky Dundalk Lions team, currently sitting at 4-1. 3-game win streak on the line.
There's a foul.
And an offensive foul. And who else is giving his body up? Mr. Malachi Washington.
Doing it again.
Living in the paint.
Seems to have been his role tonight. Just get in the way and go down and collect the fouls.
Like The Rock has said, know your role, jabroni. Know your role.
Except he's not a jabroni.
Yes.
But yeah.
In this case, Bridges is the jabroni.
Oh, I got you. We'll roll with it.
93-86, 2:10 left in the game. Scott presses the issue.
Wow.
Oh, man, would have been a nice finish. Third chance. Washington saved by Williams. Scott to the hallway again. C.J. Scott, this is my paint. I live here. Goodness.
Did you see when he actually gained possession of the ball?
Good job.
He looked down first to make sure his feet were planted in the right spot.
He was right.
And then he went up, yeah.
That was the 10 toes down challenge. He was right on that
Exactly.
baseline. Used that Get in there and get 2.
Too bad we don't have a photographer down there today, because that would have been an amazing picture.
In the words of Bill Raftery, takes it to the 10.
There
Onions.
you go. I love it.
Double order for Mr. Scott. The ribs are not hurt at all. He's strong on that play, Jimmy. Strong.
We're going to roll with it. Up and now to 10-point lead again, 96-86. Lions with less than 2 minutes to go.
Lions pulling away here, 1:55 in the game. Louisburg needs to get some points and get them quickly. Barrow is on McLean. He floats it.
Ooh.
Unfortunate drop, but Littlejohn is able to get 2 on the second chance there.
Nice follow-up by Littlejohn there. Maintaining his position down below and waiting patiently for the play to come to him, and it pays off. 96-88, we got a timeout. Lions retreat to the bench, as well as Louisburg. And it's been a little up and down, a little bit back and forth, but the Lions have maintained a lead pretty much for the entirety of the second half.
They've been the team that's been able to knock down their free throws. There's some couple of weird sequences there for Louisburg with these technical fouls, which kind of stopped a little bit of the flow of the game.
The momentum,
and giving some free points at the free throw line. To Dundalk's credit, they've knocked down those free throws, and the game is tightened a little bit for Louisburg, and they're having to get every 50-50 ball and come down and score. And they were down by – they got a bit about as many as 6, Jimmy. You know, no, I'm sorry, 4.
They got to 2.
2, yeah.
They got to 2, yeah. And then, Dundalk just started banging again down below, and that's really, that's one of the big differences of the second half of the season as well. Yeah. I'm still, marveling at, I'm just elated and glad to see that Dundalk's finally figured that one out to, take the shot below. Don't rely so much on the outside shooting, even though it can be lethal. When they're on it, I'm telling you, they're on it. And but just getting below, getting in the paint.
On both ends,
taking those opportunities instead of kicking them out to somebody else. I'm really, really impressed with the Lions tonight on their execution.
Scott goes underneath and scores 2.
Speaking of paint,
living in the
there
paint.
You go. He's just living down there.
That's a lot of what we saw in the game on Tuesday. Me and Deacon did. C.J. Scott.
Oh,
and he tried to make an athletic play there.
A for effort.
You like the hustle there. 98-88 is the score. Lions trying to close in on win number 5 on the season. Looking to extend their win streak to 4.
Yeah, and 5-1 will be one of the better starts that they've had in recent years. It doesn't get much better. I mean, you got a loss, of course, but it doesn't really get that much better than that.
And their loss was that to, if I remember correctly, it was to a good Cape Fear team.
Yeah.
In that mixer.
That was a mixer, yeah.
They went 2-0 in that mixer. They were one of the more impressive, fun teams. I feel like I was watching Lob City.
Yeah.
What was that team that they beat San Diego State and Kawhi Leonard that year? What was it? Florida Gulf Coast. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
So they had a little bit of that action. Some guys, everybody had some spring in their game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes a team comes through. Even the Lions have had this, and you look at a certain player, and you're just like, what are you doing here? Oh, there wasn't enough spot on that D1 team or D2 team or whatever, so you got to play somewhere. I get it.
And there's the active hands of Xavier Barrow getting the steal there. They're going to bleed this clock here. 1 minute left. As the Lions inch closer and closer to the finish line. Albury laying to himself.
Ooh.
Cannot finish. Hussein gets it to the century mark here.
Somebody finish.
100. 45 seconds. Bridges. Shot is long. Barrow's going to hold back here. 35 seconds. There's an 11-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Louisburg is going to foul here.
Don't speak too soon.
Wow.
It is junior college basketball. I've seen teams come back from 12 with 30 seconds to go.
There's fouling. I know as a Maryland Terp fan, I know
There
about
you go.
that minute.
And then there's that as well. Yeah.
Still pains me.
We do not have to talk about that. It's fine.
We don't. Barrow knocks down the first free throw.
34.1 seconds to go. 101-88 Lions with the lead, and we are going to stop the action here for a second. And, yeah, I mean, Louisburg came in, first time seeing them, didn't know a whole lot about the team. They showed a lot of tenacity, a lot of fight, a lot of scrappiness tonight. They're a fast team, kind of like the Lions. The Lions are a really quick team too. They, very well disciplined, and they're just falling short here at the end. A lot of times, sometimes you think, when you're playing that. It's too bad the halves aren't a little bit shorter because the score might be different reflectively.
Right.
But for the most part, Louisburg hung in there. I'm not trying to speak past tense like they've already lost the game. There's still basketball to be played here. But for not knowing a team and them coming in and showing us just these good characteristics that they have, they're clearly well coached. They're the 2-5 record just doesn't it doesn't make any sense to me after watching them. Watching them play for the most part.
And they seem, I mean, they go about 6 to 7 deep, and they get contributions from each and every one of those 7 with Littlejohn off the bench.
Yep, in the bench.
Coming off the bench. And you got the starters with Bridges and Booker and McLean.
Yeah, and Vuk coming over, even though he didn't do a whole lot, but he's still a presence down below. Yeah. If his body's down there, there's a nice lay-in right there. 102-90, under 30 seconds to go. But the Lions, on the other hand, they are showing marked improvement from last year's team. They do have, a bunch of returners. But last year, instead of trying to bang below, they would get down in the paint and then kick it out. And if their shooting was on, they were having a great night. If it wasn't on, it could be a disaster, So we're seeing a lot of improvement in that area so far in this early season. The Lions are going to go to 5-1 on the season as they defeat the Louisburg College Hurricanes 102-90. Tim Tootin, what you got for me?
Great performance here by the Lions. Very gritty performance. C.J. Scott, strong second half, but Xavier Barrow, Mr. Staten Island, really carried the torch for them. And like I said in the broadcast earlier, every night it's somebody different. Yeah, 2 nights ago was Hussein. I believe he had 31. C.J. Scott. And what he exhibited here late in the game is what I saw a lot on Tuesday.
Yep.
His willingness to get to the bucket, getting 2, going to the line for 2, strong in the paint.
Driving,
and then some of the more underrated guys that are doing it on the defensive end, like a Malachi Washington.
I was just going to say,
hustle, putting their body out for charges to really stem that tide in the second half.
Exactly.
To really kind of help them bridge and stretch that lead. So a lot of contributors, a lot of guys. Okawali did pretty solid as well. He was in foul trouble a little bit, but great performance here tonight by the Lions. They're going into the weekend resting, and they'll be up on Monday for going to be a barn burn against Howard. Jimmy.
Yep, they get to relax tomorrow. I don't know if Byron King's going to let them relax, but we get to relax tomorrow.
Yeah. You get to catch
come Monday.
Breath.
Yeah, come Monday. You got the Ravens on Monday Night Football, but hey, you know what? It's also Lions basketball, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. We can let you know on Monday when we go live and for the rest of the season. Shout-outs. Thank you, everyone, for participating in the chat again tonight. It was a very lively chat, full of really great messages and words of encouragement. And thanks also for sharing where you're watching from. It's really cool to find out where people are watching these broadcasts from. Until Monday, this is Jimmy Flame for Tim Tootin. You got any last words? Or
blessings, love.
There you go.
Enjoy your Sunday. We'll see you on Monday. and carve out that turkey come Thursday, folks.
That's right. And I'm going to give a shout out to Rich Barnett here real quick because he's hovering over my back in this, this yellow hoodie, kind of looking at me like, "What are you doing? Get off the mic. I got to go." He's trying to go home, so we're going to let him go home. There you go. One more time, Jimmy Flay for Tim Tootin. We'll see y'all on Monday. Lions win 102-90.